ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the channel. My name's Tristin. Hope you guys do enjoy your stay here. Today, coming at you with a Call of Duty Vanguard video, and actually something a little bit differently. So, what you guys are going to be watching in this video is a gameplay I got a couple of days ago while I was live over on my Twitch page. The link is in the description down below. I was playing with some friends of mine, and we got into a shipment domination lobby. I was playing with the CARBINE, and I absolutely went off in this particular game. So hopefully you guys do find this gameplay enjoyable. Before we get into it, if you guys could please leave a like on the video if you guys do enjoy this video, it'd be awesome. As well, guys, subscribe to the channel if you guys are brand new. That being said, guys, let's get to the gameplay. These kids are fucking ass. That's 2 sets of streaks. Let's fucking go. They're on A. That kid's gotta be so fucking mad at what I just did to him. My god, that was fucking nasty. Those kids lined up. That kid's gotta be fucking mad. I just yeeted a Molotov at his head. Bro, imagine if I fucking choked 60, which I probably will. Yep. Alrighty guys, so that was the gameplay. Now, in terms of the class setup, this is gonna be one of my favorite class setups I've ever used in this game. And I think a lot of you guys are really going to like it. So first off, this is the class setup in its entirety. Now, I want to show you guys, starting off with the muzzle, we're going to be using the Mercury Silencer. This is going to give you +1 sound suppression and recoil control. You're going to lose 1 point of damage range, which is not too big of a deal. I know some people do like using the MX Silencer, but you're going to lose aim down sight speed, so I prefer using the Mercury Silencer for this. Now, for the barrel, we're going to be using the 22-inch Cooper Custom, and the reason why I like this one is that it's the longest of all the barrels for the Cooper Carbine. It's highly accurate and controllable. It has a reduced scope sway, and also it has an increase in fire rate. As you guys can see, a 3.8% increase in fire rate. You have a 51.8% increase in horizontal recoil, and a 8.5% increase in vertical recoil, and a 52% increase in idle sway control across the board. You do lose a little bit of sprint to fire time and aim down sight time, which is definitely a little bit of an issue, but with this particular barrel, I find that it's still very accurate. Now, for the optic, I'm using the MK8 reflector, and I really like this over using the slate reflector because it has less of a bigger sight picture. It has 1.35 magnification, and overall just really looks nice on the gun in terms of things. I know some people do like using the ISO 1 or ISO 2, but for me personally, this is the one that I like a lot, so it's kind of up to your preference on what you really want to use. Now for the stock, I'm using the Ragdoll G45 Skeletal, and the reason for this is +2 sprint to fire speed and +1 movement speed. You're going to lose 1 point of initial accuracy and recoil. That really is only a -4.3 and a -3.2 decrease. So, you know, in terms of things, it is definitely going to be noticeable in the recoil control, but with the movement speed, you're getting a 2% increase and an 8% increase in that sprint to fire time. I know some people do like using the custom padded one, but it really depends on what you like to do. Now for the underbarrel, we're using the M3 Ready Grip, and the reason why for this one is because it'll give you +1 aim down sight speed, +1 sprint to fire speed, and +1 aim walking movement speed, which across the board is going to give you a really solid speed and everything using this gun. You're going to lose a little bit of vertical and horizontal recoil control, but that's perfectly normal. Otherwise, I would suggest that you probably go with something like the Carbine foregrip, but you're going to be losing a lot of speed when it comes down to it. So this is the best one that I found across the board. Now for the magazine is extremely important with this class. And the one that I've picked is the 30 Carbine 45 round magazine. The reason why is because you're going to get +2 bullet velocity and range, and then +1 for damage, bullet penetration, and magazine ammo capacity. So keep in mind that's a 36% increase in damage, a 22.2% increase in the damage range, a 20% increase in the bullet velocity, and a 35.3% increase in vehicle damage, which if you're playing on a map like Shipment or even some of these other maps, really is going to come in handy. You are going to lose a lot, of course, the board with recoil control, accuracy, aim down sight speed, fire rate, things like that. As you guys can see, just gets absolutely tanked. But regardless, it's still a very accurate gun. Otherwise, the only other one I would say to go with is going to be maybe the 9mm 60 round drum, but you're still going to be losing a lot of damage across the board with this. So this is the one that I would prefer, most people use, and especially myself, when it comes down to it. Now for the ammo type, we're using lengthened, and this is going to give you +3 bullet velocity, which is really going to help out, give you a 30% increase in bullet velocity. And I find that to overall be very, very good. I know some people do like using the subsonic or the incendiary ones, but for me, that's how it is. Now, for the rear grip, we're using the polymer grip, and this is probably about my favorite one on any gun, really, because it will give you +2 flinch resistance and +1 accuracy and recoil during sustained fire, which is going to give you a 40% increase in flinch resistance and also a positive 3.4 and 3.9% increase in the recoil control for horizontal and vertical. Now for the proficiency, I'm going to be using Fleet, and the reason why is because it's going to give +1 weapon swap quickness and +1 movement speed. I know some people would probably say to use Brace because it's going to give you +1 initial accuracy and recoil, but that little bit of boost is really going to help with speed across the board. Otherwise, there are definitely some other interesting ones like Type Grip that I could suggest that you use on this. And lastly, we're going to be using fully loaded for max starting ammo right out the gate, which is really going to help out across the board. So you're going to get a additional magazine and more rounds per magazine as well. Now, when it comes to perks, I'm using Ghost, which is going to make me undetectable by spy planes, enemy intel, field mics, things like that. Piercing vision, which means that if I am in a gunfight with somebody and they sneak around or they start trying to hide, I'll still be able to see them and can still try to get that kill. And then lastly, I'm using Scavenger, help me get more ammo in gunfights and hopefully get towards getting V2 rockets, things like that. And then lastly, guys, for the lethal, I'm using the Molotov cocktail and a stun grenade for my tactical. So this was the class setup. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. Again, if you guys did, please make sure to leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are brand new. Also, guys, Tomorrow, I'm going to be live over on Twitch. If you guys want to go check me out, the link will be in the description down below, as well as all my other social media. But with that being said, guys, my name's Tristin TaZe. I'll see all of you guys in the next one.